Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games, and in particular in this video a look at my custom action figure, my new G.I. Joe classified custom action figure, the Jungle Phantom Trooper. So what is he? Well, he's essentially an original character, my own design. He's a cyborg ninja, and who doesn't love those? So, you know, he aids Snake Eyes, Kamakura, Nunchuck, those kind of good guys, Agent Helix, Scala, all the sort of Ninja Force G.I. Joe characters. He comes to their aid. Now he's a cyborg, as you can see, that an original character, my own design, as I say. As you can see here, he's got camo pattern on his uniform, hence the jungle sort of aspect. And welcome back to TAKTAK Toys, your home of G.I. Joe Classified, Valorous Action Force, Operation Monster Force, and a hell of a lot more. And let's get on into this video. Yeah, so this video is not for kids, and let's take a closer look at my classified Jungle Phantom Trooper. So here he is up close. Now he's done on the Kamakura body. As you can see here, I've painted a bit of camouflage on the uniform. I've not done camouflage too much, so it's kind of one of my earlier attempts, but I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, I'm doing this review on my bed. Let's take a look at him from all 360 degrees. So here he is from the side. If he wants to stand, which I can see is proving a bit of a difficulty. He does stand quite easily. It's just yeah, for some reason I can't get him to stand. So let's hold him. So as you can see here from the side, here's a side look on the character, and then on the back, and you can see he's got two swords, Kamakuras are they called? Well, two swords sheathed in his sword sheath at the back of his back. Doing well with words today, aren't I? Here's the side, and then let's have a front view. Yeah. Now I had to modify this figure, so he's on the Kamakura body, but I had a few issues with the shoulders when I was customizing it. It does happen sometimes. So what did I do? Well, I had a Street Fighter 2 Chun-Li from the Power Rangers line from Hasbro. She had a fused double jointed elbow, so I basically took her shoulder joints and put them on this figure, and you know, sanded them down, dremeled them, did all that kind of good stuff, and painted them. The whole figure's been repainted, as you can see here. So let's talk about some action figure content. In this case, my custom action figure, which is Jungle Phantom Trooper. So here we go. Yeah, let's get him into it. So here he is, a good quick close look at him. He's got an Uzi, a handgun, and two swords. That's what he comes with, and I'm pretty happy with him. Let me know your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah, we'll have a look at what he comes with first off. So here's his two sort of long swords. There you go, fully repainted. So yep, they fit back into the sheath in his back. So there you go. Again, this is on Kamakura. I've repainted Kamakura to sort of make this custom action figure. So yeah, fully repainted the swords in a kind of jungle camo pattern, as you can see there. So even his weapons blend into the environment, as does his uniform. So yeah, there you go. That's his second sword. And then let's have a look at his gun, shall we? So here's his Uzi. And that's been repainted with a sort of camo pattern, which you'll see up close in a minute. And there we go. Yep, lovely, beautiful. So yep, I've repainted it with a camo pattern. Again, it is Kamakura's Uzi, so full repaint. And then his handgun, and let's get that out and we'll have a little look at that. The dioramas on my bed, by the way, just been a bit lazy doing this on my bed, but there we go. So let's have a look, and let's get him to stand, and we'll have a look now. Yeah, there you go. So there's the handgun. Again, Kamakura's handgun. Some have got other Kamakura's other weapons. I'll be putting on another custom, I think, in the future. Let's have a look at his articulation. So the head goes up and down. Being a cyborg, he can go 360 degrees if he wants to. Arms go out to a T-pose. Not exactly very horizontal, but they do go out. Now, like I say, I had to use Chun-Li's shoulders, so a full shoulder replacement. He's got shoulder articulation, or you know, swivel at the shoulders, double jointed elbows, full wrist rotation, as you can see there. Yeah, so everything else is Kamakura apart from the shoulders. Again, yeah, there you go, shoulder rotation, double jointed elbow, and yeah, wrist rotation, and basically standard G.I. Joe classified articulation. You've got an ab crunch, and then the waist swivel, there we go, and then you've got drop down hips, and you've got a thigh cut, there you go, and we'll see that in use. Yeah, double jointed knees, we'll see these in a moment, and there we go. Yep. You've got your boot cuts, which you'll see in a moment as well, and your ankle rockers, that's the word, yeah. Boot cut, there we go, and ankle rockers. So, like I say, this is Kamakura repainted. I managed to get a very cheap Kamakura from Star Action Figures when all their G.I. Joe classified figures were going on sale, so I picked one up from there. And yeah, there's all your good stuff articulation. So, yeah, fully repainted with a camo design. If you want to see how I customize action figures, you can go and check one of my previous videos. I believe it's the character I did called Beast Mode on the rock and roll body. I can put a link to that video in the comments below if you want to see how I do my customs, if you're interested. But yeah, if you're enjoying this content, do feel free to smash the like button, feel free to comment and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. So let's bring in Power Rangers Chun-Li. So yeah, so as you can see, she's missing her arms, and the reason for that is because her shoulder joints are on my Jungle Phantom Trooper. So yeah, what I did essentially was she had a fused double jointed arms, so there was no point, I couldn't use that articulation. So I got a hairdryer, heated up the butterfly joints on Chun-Li, pulled out the arms and put them into this one, put them into the into Kamakura here. I did have to do a bit of modification to Kamakura. I essentially had to turn his butterfly joints inside out, so he's no longer got butterfly joints. That was to support the joint. This is getting a bit into sort of more advanced customizing territory, but I'll explain it. Essentially, because the joint was a bit smaller, it was a bit loose in the socket, so I had to flip his butterfly joints inside out to make it stronger. That may seem very complicated. It is very complicated, but essentially all you need to know from basic level is I managed to give him full articulation. Here he is battling some Python Patrol bats. So that's pretty nice, isn't it? And here we go, a nice up close look at him, so he could fit into any jungle or forest setting. And we saw him battling some Python Patrol bats earlier. Here he is next to them for some size comparisons. So as you can see, this is the same line. They're both G.I. Joe classified. The Python Patrol bats here, and the Jungle Phantom Trooper. Now the bats are androids, he's a cyborg. Obviously they seem to be behaving themselves at the minute, but you never know, a battle could break out at any second. But yeah, this is how characters from the same line up. So obviously the Python Patrol bats are G.I. Joe classified, and my Jungle Phantom custom action figure, which is an original character of my own design, is also G.I. Joe classified. So you can see here how they stack together. We're going to have a look at Valorverse Action Force in a minute, because obviously that's the line that complements G.I. Joe classified, so we might as well see how those two stack up alongside my custom figure, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, if you want to make, let me know in the comments below if you make custom action figures, if you collect G.I. Joe classified, if you've got any G.I. Joe classified customs of your own design in your collection. But here he is next to some Delta Troopers from Valorverse Action Force. As you can see here, it's a sea of green, isn't it? But they basically all complement each other, as you can see. So yeah, I mean, Delta Troopers, the Delta Troopers may well get a re-release from Valorverse. It's more than likely we may get some kind of variation of the Delta Troopers. I mean, they were extremely popular. They're essentially green shirts, aren't they? So there we go. But yeah, here's how my Jungle Phantom Trooper operates alongside the Delta Troops. So again, Jungle Phantom Trooper, my Jungle Phantom Trooper is a cyborg, kind of an augmented human. Is he a human? Is he a cyborg? We don't really know, but he's got cybernetic parts, but he works alongside the Joes, or he's a Joe. He could be an ex-member of Revanche. Now Revanche is kind of a cybernetic organism. Yeah, like a bit like Skynet and Terminators and all that kind of thing in the G.I. Joe universe in the comics. So you've got obviously G.I. Joe, Cobra, you've then got Revanche, and you've even got a fourth sort of faction in the G.I. Joe comics. Anyway, here's a look at some Jada Toys Street Fighter. Now back in the day, the Street Fighter figures were part of the G.I. Joe line, weren't they, in sort of in the O-ring. I'd love to see some G.I. Joe classified versions of Street Fighter, but Jada Toys are absolutely killing it with the Street Fighters. Now, Dalsim and Vega, or M. Bison, in my case M. Bison, he is M. Bison to me. These are probably two of my favourite figures, I have to say, and they'll definitely be in my top 10. I've not done a review on them. I may try and do a review, although I've got rid of the boxes and all that kind of thing. I think Dalsim's probably my favourite, actually. But here's how my G.I. Joe classified Jungle Phantom Trooper stacks with some Jada Toys Street Fighter figures. Let me know in the comments below what sort of Capcom property you'd like to see Jada Toys do. I'd quite like to see them do Resident Evil, to be honest. I'm sure they're going to do it at some point. But yeah, what sort of Capcom property would you like to see them do? A lot of people talk about seeing Jada Toys do Mortal Kombat. I think that would be really good, but of course it's not Capcom. But yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of good things they could do. They're obviously doing Mega Man as well. They could do Ghouls and Ghosts. I'd like to see them do more Street Fighter, to be honest. And let's look over to Marvel Legends. Here we've got Marvel Legends Spider-Man. This is Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. It's a slightly kit-bashed version. He does make quite a lot of appearances in my sort of comparison videos. But here we go. If you want to do G.I. Joe Classified next to Marvel Legends, that's how they'll look. Yeah, let me know what you collect mainly in the comments below. Are you more of a Marvel Legends collector? Do you dabble with G.I. Joe Classified? Are you more of a G.I. Joe Classified collector like me? Do you dabble with Marvel Legends? Or do you have no Marvel Legends in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. There are some Marvel Legends that could probably fit in a G.I. Joe Classified collection, say Shield agents, AIM agents, Hydra agents, all that kind of good stuff. You can mix and match the two if you really want it to be a bit dirty like that. Why not? It's your display. You do what you want. That's all that matters. If you're having fun with your collection, that's the most important thing. Play with them, pose them, take photographs, all that good stuff. Customize your action figures. It's your playtime. You enjoy it the way you want to. But yeah, here's how Marvel Legends stack up with G.I. Joe Classified. They should stack up well together. Of course, they're both lines from Hasbro. But yeah, I think they look pretty good. I'm now all in on G.I. Joe Classified, as in not getting every character, but it's my main line to collect. But if you want some more Marvel Legends news, you can of course check out Dan Who Reviews, Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and of course Joe's and Juice with Dan, Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse and myself, talking all the latest G.I. Joe Classified news. You can of course check out Jay's Toy Collection UK for action figure reviews in the UK and all his kind of good stuff. Feel free to check out Justin Collects. So he does lots of good Q&A sort of videos talking about all sorts of different aspects of collecting. You can check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review for toy hunts in the California area. You can of course check out Robo Don't Know for sort of Robo Don't Know his weekly rewind, where he talks all his latest action figure news on a weekly basis. And of course you can check out AC Toy Design. And feel free to check out his Patreon. You can of course check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. Feel free to check out Big Will, Pictures and Plastic as well. And what else good stuff we've got cooking here in terms of YouTube channels. Again, I'll try and put links to all these YouTube channels in the comments below. If they're not quite down there, please do check some of my previous videos. You can check out Why So Serious Toys. Feel free to check out Cypher Sigma for action figure reviews and film reviews as well, action figure pickups and film reviews. You can of course check out my good friend Elson for his Elson Official Music, where he does covers of popular music and music of his own design. For action figure toy photography tips and tricks, you can check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics. And for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter. And if you like film and TV, you can check out Film and TV Review. So yeah, feel free to check them out. And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can check out Brian's action figure reviews. You can of course check out Austin, the Hero Collectors. What are the good YouTube channels we've got cooking here? Oh yeah, you can check out the 3POA podcast as well, for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. And if you want to check out some other videos, you can of course check out my Rambo video, my Higher Toys John Rambo. So I'll put a link for that video in the comments below. Yeah, I really like Higher Toys Rambo. I think it's a really good figure. Here he is next to some G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Troops. Of course we're getting a retro version of the Cobra Trooper, so feel free to look out for that in the future. But yeah, I think Higher Toys is doing a really good job. I'm sure their releases are going to get better and better. Of course there's a version of Rambo 2 from First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3, so you can pick those up if you want a more sort of like all in black look. You can of course check out Chris on Mod Extra Games and Collectibles. He does a lot of G.I. Joe Classified talk. And Happy Pursuits, a really fun and positive sort of YouTube channel, like talking all sorts of good stuff with reviews. So feel free to check him out as well. And of course Agent Z-Man, you can check him out at Z-Man 12 Bat, so feel free to check him out. And you can check out my video on Ray Gun Comics, which is based in Richmond. It's 26 Lion Street, Richmond in South London. I went over there, the guy Richard behind the counter was showing me this Hellboy figure he's got that's got magnetic parts. He was very proud of it. There was quite a lot of good stuff in that shop, including the Higher Toys Rambo, but it was Rambo from part 2, First Blood Part 2, so feel free to check that video out. Again, I'll put links to that video in the comments below. I'm hoping to do videos on lots of different places around London, that you can check for action figures and stuff, just so that if you ever visit in London or you live here and you may not have seen these places, there might be some good places to check out. Of course, I've done Ray Gun first. I'm planning to do maybe Forbidden Planet. Eventually, my ultimate aim is to do Nerd Base, I think in August. That place is supposed to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. It's in Essex, so kind of like, just outside London. But yeah, Ray Gun Comics is really good. There used to be 2 of them, one in East London. And for some other great places to pick up action figures, you can of course check out Blue Owl Collectibles. Feel free to use my affiliate link in the comments below. You can check out Kapow Toys, and in particular Operation Monster Force if you want to. available in the UK through Kapow Toys. You can of course check out Comics and Cocktails and what other good stuff we got cooking. Let's have a look. Again, links to all these UK independent retailers should be in the comments below, but please do check some of my previous videos. If not, you can check out the whole shebang. Feel free to check out Valaverse for all your Action Force needs with international shipping. But that's not the only place you can go for Valaverse Action Force. Of course, you can go for props and replicas. We'll talk about them a bit more in the video. You can check out all the cool stuff. Feel free to check out Star action figures as well. And you can check out Emporium Cool for all sorts of high-end action figures like SH Figure Arts, Mafex, Let's Go on 12, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, props and replicas. They've got a few Valaverse Action Force waves up for pre-order now. And of course, you can check out Gobsmack Comics for all your sort of comics needs. And In Demand Toys, feel free to check them out as well. And again, links to everything should be in the comments below. Well, thanks for checking out my G.I. Joe Classified Jungle Phantom Trooper review, or sort of video really. I know there's plenty of different stuff you can be watching on YouTube, so I really appreciate it. But until next time, make sure you enjoy those flicks and figs.